Hey, what's up you guys? Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for tuning in. I really appreciate it. Hey, so in today's video, I want to talk with you guys about investing into the stock market, and specifically what I want to talk with you guys about is I want to talk with you guys about the up days of the stock market, and then I want to talk with you guys about the down days of the stock market. So those, those green days and then those red days, so that's what we're going to be talking about in this video. So if you guys are ready to go ahead and dive into this video, be sure to give this video a thumbs up. And then if you're new here, first off, welcome to the channel. Find that red subscribe button down below on the bottom right side of your screen. Give that red subscribe button a quick tap for me. Just tap it really quick. Find that bell icon. Tap that as well. Be sure to select all, so that way you'll be notified by YouTube each and every time I upload a video, and I upload videos each and every single Monday. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get right into today's video. Alright you guys, so look, like I said, in this video we're going to be discussing the stock market, we're going to be discussing the up days and the down days. So let's get into it, right? So what about the up days and what about the down days? Well, look, the reason why I'm making this video is because particularly at this time, and then this video is not only going to be relevant to this time. So if you're watching it right now, yes, I'm referring to this very specific current market that we're in, where we are seeing these very heavy swings up, and one day you could see a stock up 10% and the next day you could see it, down another 5 or 10%. And it's like, there's no way that this market makes any sense, so you do see in the stock market these very dramatic swings, and it's just, it's a chaotic market, and it's hard to make sense because nothing right now going on in the stock market makes sense whatsoever, and you cannot kind of justify these heavy swings, up or down. So that's partially the reason why I'm making this video, but also I'm also making this video because I just want to make this video as just a reminder for investors in general, well beyond the time of when I'm making this video, and this information is relevant going forward, and so that's why I'm making this video. So what the point I want to get across here in this video is that, look, everybody enjoys investing, when the stock market is up. Like, everyone is glad to hold their shares, everyone is like enjoying that ride, and it's very easy, to purchase shares, and it feels emotionally good when you own some shares of like a company that you like or that you think is a good company, and you put your money behind it, and then you watch that company go from, say, $50 to $53, then it goes to $55, and then it's like, oh, it's at $60, and you just keep funneling your money in, and you're watching your position get a little bigger, and at the same time you're also watching your returns in this investment grow as well. I mean, just be honest, if you're an investor, I'm sure you agree that it feels really great to see that happen, and to play out that process, because I won't lie, like when that's happening to me, I enjoy that. Like, I don't enjoy paying more and more, but it does feel good knowing that I'm also purchasing and I'm growing my investment within this particular stock, and then at the same time, while I'm committing more and more money to the investment is also giving me returns that are outpacing the money that I'm investing into that particular stock. I mean, that's a great feeling, and you almost have like very little worry of that stock dipping red. You're like, it went up $1, it went down $0.25, it went up another $1, it went down 10 cents. I mean, that's a great feeling, right? That's when you see your investments and your stocks, when you see those consistent up days, and that you see your stock riding up high, it's a great feeling. And those are the green days, and everyone enjoys that, and that's awesome. That's the whole point of investing, to put out your money and then have your money make you money, and that's great. So, and that's like the feel good part of the stock market, right? But the truth is, like, when you're purchasing shares at those higher and higher and higher prices, like, that is not exactly what made you the wealth. What made you the wealth and what grew your net worth was the fact that the stock market was going up. Now, I'm not trying to say that you should time the market. Like, that's not what I'm trying to get, across in this video. And I understand, why somebody would like consistently dollar cost average their way into the position, because obviously you're trying to build a position in there, right? You're trying to put your money to work, and you don't want to sit around and wait for, hey, maybe this stock will come back, because what if that stock doesn't come back, for 5 or 10 years, and you miss out on all the returns just because you were like, oh, I was holding out, for a stock to fall back, $5 or $10, and that's just dumb. That doesn't make any sense, right? But the point, again, what I was trying to get across is those green days and those days when the stock market is going up, and it's just a gradual up process. Those are the feel-good days. Those are the days where it's great to be a stock investor, and it's like, it feels good buying because you're buying into a company, you see the value going up, and you're just, even when you're not buying, you're holding it and you're like, man, it's just going up and it feels great. And you're like, look at my net worth, look at my, you know, you log onto your, you know, investment portfolio and you see all your stocks are up green. That's the feel good. Those are the real good days. Those are when your stocks are just, you know, confirming to you like, all right, you made a great choice. You know, you're in a great company. Here's your reward, right? But the truth is, that's not what really caused you to build wealth, right? So the thing is, where you're, you know, the real opportunity for the investor is on the red days. And I feel like I said, I'm making this video, yes, speaking about this current particular stock market, you know, that we're dealing with right now, where you're seeing these very heavy, you know, very heavy swings in both directions, heavy swings in the upside, a bunch of green on one day, and then the next day or two, a bunch of red, you know? And these are the exact same companies that are still trading. So you're like, all right, well, there's no big news coming out. Or even if a company does put out good news, but the stock comes, you know, the stock goes down, it's like, does that make it a bad company now? It's like, it's still the same, you know, good company to invest in. So what I'm trying to get my point across, you know, in this video is that when there's those red days, and that stock is trading down low, and you've already made the decision in your mind like, hey, this is a really good company, you've identified it, you've identified the fact that you want to invest into that specific stock for whatever the reasons, you've already like done your research, and you may be right, it might be a very great stock to get into. But just because there's red days in the market does not mean that you should panic, or that you should second guess yourself, or that you should think like, oh, maybe I was wrong, or something like that. How you need to think about it is that on those red days, that is your opportunity as the investor to purchase more shares or to invest more into that asset at the cheaper price. And I mean, what is going to be better for you as an investor when you're purchasing, say, this stock here at this level and it can only go up so high, or when you're purchasing it down here at this level and it can, you know, skyrocket up from there? So that's why I'm making this video, is basically just a reminder to like anyone who's investing into the stock market, or anyone who gets into the stock market and then finds this video later. Yes, you got to realize there is up days in the stock market and there is down days, and sometimes there could be, you know, a while where the stock market goes up and it could be a while the stock market is down. But nevertheless, typically over time the stock market will rise higher from wherever it is that you find it, as you know, we move forward, you know, throughout life. And you know, as the future goes on, if you're buying a stock here and it's a great company, you could almost bet, you know, look out a decade or two, that stock's going to probably be a lot more than wherever it was that you purchased it at that time. So the way that you want to think about it is like, when you have the opportunity to buy stocks at you know, or to invest into these businesses, and you could buy their stock at a significantly cheaper price than whatever it was trading, you know, 1 month, 2 months, 1 year ago, whatever it was, you know, some stocks you're able to purchase cheaper than their IPO price. So when the stock went public, it was trading at such and such price. Well, now you have the opportunity to own that same stock, but at a cheaper price than when it first initially got offered, you know, to the public to invest in. And that's just like an amazing opportunity. And that means your potential rewards going forward are significantly, you know, higher, you know, because you can go up from that low price that you bought in way higher than from, you know, a few months ago or whenever that stock was last up. So you would much rather purchase your stock investments at their, you know, while they're trading down at a low price and ride them up than you would, you know, while the stock is trading at a high and you're just hoping at that point that it goes up. Because I think you gotta know, if you buy something down low, you know, if it's a good company, it's a good business, it's going to do well, it's going to make money, and eventually the stock price is going to, you know, it's going to reflect that. So you're going to see that stock price bounce up, you know. Now, when exactly is that stock price going to bounce up? You don't know the answer to that, but you do know it's going to go up over time, because that's just the way that it works. You can't keep that good business and that good company down forever. So when there's these red days, I just want you guys, you investors who are investing into the stock market, and this is also true as well in real estate, like when real estate drops down low, does that mean that those houses are no good or that they're just terrible investments? No, it means that you could purchase that same, you know, piece of real estate property for significantly less than whatever it was before, you know. Or even like this, like my house that I'm here recording this video in, like if my home value went down like by 50%, like does that mean that my house is not a good house? It still does everything for me that you know, that it does right now when the value is like superly inflated, right? So that's why I want you to just, you know, just to remind you guys that when you're investing into the stock market, remember, yes, there is these up days, those are the green days, it feels good, to purchase, you know, shares of stock and of these great businesses and then ride them up from there. But those are not going to be the days that actually build your wealth and that actually, you know, causes you to get more wealthy. Where your real wealth is made is your real wealth is made when you were purchasing down at those cheaper prices, and then you're able to ride it up from there. So when you see red days, don't panic, don't freak out, don't sell your stock. The only time that you should really consider selling your stock is if you truly feel like something fundamental has changed within that, you know, business or the company or that stock that you invested into, and you realize like, hey, this is no longer the same company, you know, that I initially invested into it. And if you see some real fundamental changes and then you're like, hey, like I don't feel comfortable holding this stock because of those reasons and not because the stock has just simply fallen down in price, then yeah, maybe it's time to go ahead and cut ties with that. So, but do not, you know, sell your stock or sell your investments, or even worse, you know, selling your real estate simply because, you know, the price is going down. Like, do not do that. Just look at the opportunity, realize that you have the opportunity to purchase more of that great business or that great stock at, you know, even lower prices. So you're owning it now at a very cheap price, increasing, you know, the opportunity for you to have higher returns. So like I said, I just wanted to make this video to just be a reminder to the investors who are currently investing into the stock market and anybody who finds this video in the future. Whether you're watching it 1 year from now or 5 years from now, the information is still going to be relevant because we're always going to have green days and we're also going to have these down red days. But nevertheless, just do what you know that you should be doing, purchasing, you know, your investments and shares of really great businesses. And when the opportunity is there for you to purchase more of those stocks in those great businesses at cheaper prices, make sure you capitalize that if you want to own more. And that way you could cut down your overall price, that you know, that way you could lower your overall cost into those shares, and then you put yourself in a situation where you could have higher returns because of that. So I hope that you guys just found this video helpful. And like I said, if you guys are new here to this channel and you have not already subscribed to my channel, right there on the bottom right side of the screen, just find that subscribe button, tap that red subscribe button, and then before you get out of here, if you could just, you know, give this video a thumbs up, I'd really appreciate it. And if you would like to see another video from me, click this video here on the screen and YouTube is going to show you the best video for you from my channel.